Let's talk Coachella. This whole new AirPod situation with not only Nana but now his company getting involved as well, and more in this episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. So of course over the weekend we had XG, Enhypen, Lisa and Jennie perform at Coachella. And as you can imagine, there's been a lot of, wait a minute, wait for it, fan wars. Yes, of course. It wouldn't be K-pop if there weren't any fan wars involved, right? I feel like every single group has gotten some lip syncing accusations, or if they weren't lip syncing, they were just bad. I mean, I've seen it all, but let's talk about some of it. So starting off with Blackpink's Jennie. Now, this goes without saying that, of course, there have been a lot of praise towards the idol as well for her Coachella performance. Every single idol who performed at Coachella have received a lot of praise. So I don't want to downplay, the excitement that fans had to watch their faves perform on stage, the excitement from the crowd and so on. But there are some people who continue to bring up her stamina. For Lisa, there were some people saying that she was lip syncing, and then other people saying, well, that her voice is bad, with other fans coming in and saying, like, you could literally see the sand like blowing into her face. And, she said afterwards that she was like trying to lick her lips because it was so dry, which on that note, a lot of people thought this point in Lisa's performance was really, really spicy. So I've just seen a lot of people discussing that. You could see Lisa's phone background, her phone wallpaper. And I don't know if you guys remember, there was this whole, I don't know if it was necessarily a controversy, but there was a picture uploaded of the back of her phone case, which said FA. Like it had the initials FA in the phone case, which a lot of people thought stood for Frédéric Arnault, which is her alleged billionaire boyfriend, right? Well, she went to like click on her phone to open the camera app, and it seems people noticed his face, allegedly. I say allegedly because like if you showed me that picture, I'd be like, I've never seen that man in my entire life. But let me show you. So she opens her phone and people saw that picture for like a split second, right? So here's more of a close-up. So that's just been a discussion as well. I mean, does it... like I'm thinking like who else could it be, but also like, is that really him? You can let me know what you think about that in the comments, but I digress. So much going on, absolutely so much going on. There was even some controversy regarding the size of Enhypen's crowd, with some people saying that they thought it was bigger than it actually was. Some people showing some photographs that showed less of a crowd. For example, this photo right here. And this is in response to a live that they did afterwards, it seems, where they seemingly thought they got more viewers than Blackpink. But like I've seen this clip so many times, like I don't understand where they're saying that, but give me a second. Let's see. It was my second time streaming. Oh, that's right. It said to be Coachella's second place. Oh, okay, I get it now. But then again, some fans saying like, no, the crowd was pretty big actually. Another example as well. Back to Lisa and Jennie. It seems like a lot of people thought they were feuding before this, because there was this video that went viral where it seemed like they were like about to greet each other, but then just walked past each other. I didn't even know if the video was real or anything, but anyways, people thought they were feuding. And then, this alleged feud was added onto because a lot of people thought that Jennie wasn't present for Lisa's performance. And they were saying, oh, but Jennie went to Lady Gaga's performance, but she couldn't be at Lisa's performance. But then there were fans pointing out that Jennie was actually there. Like I saw pictures of people pointing out where Jennie was actually for Lisa's set. I mean, there was a lot going on, I have to say. So let me know, what was your favorite moment of Coachella? I did also see some XG stages. Their outfits were just, oh my god. Their styling is always just so amazing. And I've been so obsessed with singing New Dance. I haven't been streaming New Dance, but I keep saying New Dance, but I have been streaming Something Ain't Right, because it's true. It's just true. Something ain't right. I mean, it's like always true. Do you know what I mean? Like that song just applies all the time to any life situation. So let me know your favorite Coachella moment in the comments below. And let's move on to the Boyz Sunwoo AirPod situation, the infamous AirPod situation that has been going on for a while now, to the point that Nana, an actress, also former After School and Orange Caramel member, commented on the situation not only once, not only twice, but literally 3 times, okay? It's been very interesting. So let me show you the clip in question.
AirPod?
So as you can see, he's kind of, running a little bit. And it seems that his fans are pointing out that he dropped his AirPod. So he's saying, oh, my AirPod. And then the security guard picks it up and gives it to him. So this interaction caused a lot of backlash because, for one, it seems like he was just yelling out, my AirPod, almost like he's ordering someone to pick it up for him. Two, it didn't look like he bowed or said thank you to that person. So he spoke up about the situation quite a few times. We'll read some of those. Now, Sunwoo did end up clarifying that he did bow to the security guard and said thank you, that it does look it does appear to be rude, but he's not like that. That this is all basically just a misunderstanding. Nana's first comment on the situation was basically she left a comment on that video saying he ought to be scolded. So she starts receiving a lot of backlash in her comment section. In fact, one netizen commented this: it's really disappointing and thoughtless to judge a person based on just a few seconds of a short out of context video and to leave such a comment as a public figure. Aren't you a senior in the entertainment industry? As someone who should understand how painful these situations can be, please don't go around leaving careless comments. Nana responds, a glimpse tells the whole story. I've seen some translations say that once you've met one, you've met them all type of thing. And here they're saying it's an expression equivalent to a single action speaks volumes. So on one hand, you have people saying, she's right, he was really rude to do that. On the other hand, you have people saying, like OP was saying, that, she's a senior in the industry. She should understand that, misunderstandings can happen. She shouldn't be leaving comments like this, so on and so forth. So she ends up elaborating her points on the situation. And here's what she said. It seems like people are talking about the comments I left. I was surprised too when I saw all the malicious comments and messages telling me to apologize on my Instagram. Know that it wasn't a comment I wrote with the intention of it becoming news, but things seem to have gotten bigger than I expected, and I'm a bit concerned. I don't think it's right to judge someone based on just a short clip, but just to be clear, I wasn't trying to label that person or decide what kind of person he is. It's just that his behavior looked very rude to me, and the video itself was quite shocking. So my comment that he ought to be scolded was simply an emotional reaction to his behavior and words, not the person himself. But she does go on to say how she would have reacted in the situation if she were there. He saw that he had dropped his AirPods and yelled, my AirPods, so that everyone around could hear, but he didn't take a single step, even though they were just a few steps away. Who was he expecting to pick them up? Was he unable to move? Was it because he was with someone much younger and assumed that since they're his guard, they should act as his hands and feet? Or was he talking to the AirPods he dropped, telling it to come to him on their own? No, that's not what I saw in the video, but I could be wrong too. Anyone can be misunderstood depending on the situation. That's why I watched the video over and over again. I don't know who he is, but if someone like that had been next to me, I would have said the exact same thing. I would have said, you need a lesson, and I probably would have added, where did you learn to act like that? But like I mentioned, Sunwoo has addressed this situation multiple times as well, and now his company has even stepped in as well. But let's go over some of the things he said. Now, the last response that we looked into was him basically saying that, it does appear to be rude, but he did indeed bow and say thank you to the guard who picked up his AirPods. He's also said, but really, I never do anything like this behind closed doors. But who is crazy enough to yell at those security guards to pick up AirPods in front of all those fans? I just find this so ridiculous that while I am reflecting on myself, I can't believe people are judging me with a few-second video clip. And to think I am getting so much hate for saying something to people leaving malicious comments, people are so scary. In another comment, he basically said, he's only sorry to his fans, here it is, and to those wasting their lives trying to misinterpret and criticize every word I say. They're wasting their lives by putting others down, so I hope you continue to live alone and miserable with an unhappy view. The reason I'm mentioning this is that if I have made a misunderstanding, I am only sorry to the bees, and I will reflect on it myself. Why do I have to have a good image for anyone else? Who are you? I will care for the people around me working hard in the bees and continue my work with my fans. Another message, people need to know when to stop so that I can just shut up and let it go, but I'm going to talk about it because I feel like I'm going to rot if I don't let it out. I know there are fans who won't like this, and I'm really sorry. He, of course, as well has been not only receiving backlash for the AirPod incident itself, but for all these messages that he's been leaving. And then here's another message that he left. Anyways, I'm used to being cursed at, so please stop worrying about me. I'm really fine. They might be uncomfortable through my actions, but those who have known me for a few years know me better than those who have only known me for a few seconds. I'm just saying because they're really cursing me out to death. And this is my promise to Dolbies. I will put in more effort such that I am not misunderstood as a bad person who power trips, so that Dolbies don't have to clarify things like this, such that people who see me for just a few seconds surfacially will think that I'm a gentleman. I really do think that this is something I have to fix in the future personally. I will apologize, admit where I went wrong, reflect, and be scolded for my mistakes, putting in effort to fix it, and if I was wrongly accused, I will say so even if it gets tiring. Now, it's not to say that his fans did not come to his defense, because of course Nana also received a lot of backlash for what she said about the situation as well. I actually made a short about this, so let's read some of the comments you guys had to leave. None of these people were actually even there. They got zero to say. The situation is unnecessary. The situation really isn't that deep as some people make it out to be. People are bored. That's what it looks like. I love Nana, but this is literally none of her business, or anyone else's for that matter. Like, the commenting after he already clarified the situation is so gross. She is in no position to call anyone out. She is besties with Hyuna. It was none of Nana's business. LMAO, is it her situation or Sunwoo's? So of course, like I mentioned, his company ends up getting involved as well. So they start off by apologizing for, I quote, the fact that we did not properly manage the issue related to our artist's character. We are deeply aware that what is shown of Sunwoo in the video could lead to a controversy regarding his character. Sunwoo was also calmly reflecting on his behavior after discussing it with us. However, we find it regrettable that the situation is currently unfolding in a different direction from what we and the artist were reflecting on. We deeply reflect the fact that we were not more active in our management before this kind of incident occurred, as well as the fact that our artist behaved thoughtlessly. All the artists in our agency must be managed while receiving protection from our company. This controversy regarding Sunwoo's character is entirely our company's fault, and the artist is also currently reflecting on things that he had not been aware of before. Based on a foundation of communication with our artist, we will do our utmost to ensure that such a mistake does not happen again. Once again, we bow our heads in apology. And then they end off by saying that they will be taking strong legal action in response to malicious comments. There's another situation that I wanted to talk about. It's having to do with Kwon and Eunbi going on Knowing Bros and her interaction with Heechul. So here's the interaction in question. So he's basically asking her what she's most confident about, and we'll go into the translation afterwards.
은비는 어디가 제일 자신 있을까?
난 얼굴?
우리 은비는 어디가 제일 자신 있을까?
난 얼굴?
우리 은비는 어디가 제일 자신 있을까?
얼굴이라고!
So the translation goes, what is Eunbi most confident about? And she goes, my face. And he's kind of pushing her like, no, what are you most confident about? And she's like, my face. And he's like, not believing her. Like, what are you most confident about? Seemingly pointing to another thing she might be confident about. And she's like, I said my face. It seems a lot of people weren't too happy about this interaction. In fact, some people were quite disgusted with it, saying it is like harassment. So of course, I'd love to know what you think about the situation. Do you think it's just like a pre-planned bit? Do you think it goes any further in that? Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments. So that is basically where we're going to end this video. Of course, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. As for me, I'm going to get going, but first, a huge thank you to our channel members who help support this channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I already said I'm gonna get going, but I'm gonna get going. Oh, K-pop song of the day. Something Ain't Right by XG, I Got You by Twice, and Toxic Till the End by Rose. Those are my top 3 at the moment. But there is a song that I really did want to share with you guys, and it's not K-pop, but it's called Anthems for a 17-Year-Old Girl by Yo. It's kind of like hyper poppy and existential, and it's from one of my favorite movies. I saw the TV Glow. There's too much light in here. But I so recommend it. It's so good. I wish I could play it, but I think my filter is gonna mess it up. You've probably heard this on TikTok, I'm sure. But yeah, that's actually where we're gonna end this video. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. On the other hand, you have people agreeing with the Is that a spider on my bed? Oh my god, is that a... I'm sorry, give me... Oh, it's just hair. It's just bunched up hair, but like you never know. You gotta be careful.